Um, 3.
Okay, here you go, right? So now, look at this one. You can see my screen.
Yes, I can see screen. I can see screen. Okay, so we just so just look at this.
Okay, now, so now the element of sequence is called the term of the sequence, right? Maybe we denote it by A1, that's mean the first term, A2, the second term, and blah blah. AN is the general term for the nth term, right? And also the denoted by the sum of the first nth terms expressed as Sn. S just mean the sum, right? If we denote it by S12, that means the sum of the first 12 terms. You got it?
Yep.
For the S10, that means the sum of the first 10 terms. Okay. Okay, now we move on the some basic sequence. Now we have a two basic sequence. The first one that's called arithmetic sequence, and the second one that's called geometric sequence. Okay. So what does it mean? For the first one, arithmetic sequence just means if for the mode you have A1, A2, A3, and also AN. But you have any two consecutive terms in the sequence have the same difference. You got it?
Understood.
So that means we call them arithmetic sequence, or we can say arithmetic progression. Okay? Two terms we can say arithmetic sequence or arithmetic progressions. Yep. Now the same difference is called by the common difference is D. So D here when denoted by this one. So now the D here you can see the D equal to A2 minus A1, right? Or we can say A3 minus A2, okay? And so
common
on.
Difference, the commons.
Yeah, it's a common difference. But the difference between any two consecutive terms, okay?
Understood.
Right?
And it has had the same difference.
Yeah. So that's why you remember some kind of the term. Here's some kind of the term and a term and the sum of the first and a term is denoted by Sn. And here the arithmetic, we have two kind of arithmetic sequence. So any two consecutive terms, they have the same difference, right? So they are called arithmetic sequence or arithmetic progression, right? Yep. And the same difference here, that's called common difference D, right? Yep. Okay. So the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here that's only the index, right? Index correspond to the term, that's all. Yep. Okay. So now we move the next one. This one, I think that's easy for you to understand this one because you can denote it by in general term, denoted by that, the D here. The D here, right? Yep. So now you can find out the general term for AN equal to A1 plus N minus 1D. You can understand this one or not?
D equals to AN plus, yeah.
Yeah, because now
Yeah.
understand well, we have A2, look at this one, equal to A1 plus D, right?
Yep.
Right? And A3 equal to A2 plus D, right?
Yep.
So now you can replace, substitute A2 equal to A1 plus D, that means plus 2D. Right?
Yep.
And similarly, you can see that A2 equal to A1 plus D and A3 equal to A1 plus 2D. So this means in general case, you can have AN equal to A1 plus N minus 1 D. Okay? You got it?
Understood.
Got it? This one. So continue if you want to find out the sum from A1 until AN, right? You can find out that the S here, the first term A1 plus AN times the number of terms divided by 2. Because you know that, look at this one. Now remember this one. When they have A, B, C, here, the AB, between AB we have a C here. So now we have always C is average of A and B. Understand that?
Yeah.
ACB, that means C is average of A and B.
Yeah, okay.
This one, C equal to A plus B divided by 2, right?
Yep.
Always. Okay? So that means if you take the sum from A1 until AN, you remember that if you take the sum from the first term and the last term, right? So they have the same sum for all the pair when you take from the left and take from the right of the sequence. Okay. So that's why here, S here, we can find out the sum of the first A1 and AN times the number of term N divided by 2. And then you replace or substitute AN here to this formula for S. You can find out the final one here, right? This one. Yeah. So if you have the value, you given the value of AN, the first term, the common difference D, and the N, the number of terms, you can find out the sum. Okay. Bye. Now, next one. Now, the next one for the second concept, that means seven kind of the sequence, that's called geometric sequence. Similarly, but you take the any consecutive sequence, A1, A2, A3, and AN, have the same ratio. Before we had the same difference, here with same ratio, right? So that's called geometric sequence or geometric progression. So remember here, geometric here is not involved with the geometry, right?
Yep. Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's only the numbers.
Yeah.
So here the same ratio here, that's called the common ratio, denoted by Q or R. It depends on this site. And look at this one, as we already talking about when you have the C, the between the two number A and B, before in the arithmetic sequence, we have C is average, right? Average mean of the A and B. But now here, in geometric sequence, we have C squared equal to A times B. Right? Here we can say the geometric mean of AB, that means square root of A times B. So now C will equal to square root of A times B. Maybe we take the positive or take negative because we square root of C squared, right?
Yep.
So now as you can see, in general case, the difference between AN and A minus N is Q. That means you have AN equal to Q times A1, right? Right.
Yep. Yep.
So similarly, you have A2. Okay, I can write here. A2 equal Q times A1, right? A3 equal Q times A2, right?
Yep. Okay.
So that's why you can replace A2 here times Q times A1. That means Q squared times A1, right? Right. So similarly, we have AN equal to Q power of N minus 1 times A1. Understand that? You got it?
Yeah.
So easy to understand this one, right?
I mean, it takes some time. It takes some time.
Yeah, you know that. Got it?
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay.
Same.
So now if you want to find out the sum, also you take from A1 here. So how to find out the sum? Now you can find out for me the sum. Can you find out for formula of the sum? Here.
Formula.
A1 plus A2 until AN. Find out for me. Find out for me this formula.
Okay. SN.
Yeah.
A.
Can you calculate for me the final answer here, this one? I give you 2 minutes to find out this one.
Wow. SN. Q. N. Q. N. Okay, sure. Insert. Let me see. B. Never mind. Uh, um,
You can do it?
No, I'm still kind of confused. I'm trying to solve it. S and sum of all numbers and A1 first number sequence times 1 minus Q, and so the ratio of Q ratio is square, powered by number. What must be nice number?
Okay, now I will help you. Look at this one. Now I got you. A2 equal to A1 plus Q, time Q,
yeah,
right?
Times Q, yeah.
And you know AN, AK, or AN, AK for example, anything. That means of the K here equal to A1 times Q power of K minus 1, okay?
Yeah.
Right. So now S equal to A1 plus A2 blah blah plus AN, right?
Yes, that's
so now S, you can take that A1 is A1, okay? A2 replaced by A1 times Q, okay?
A plus A1
A1 times Q square and so on, right?
Yeah.
Until the last one,
It's
AN here, we have the A1 times Q power of N minus 1, right?
Okay.
Got it? Got it?
Yes, sort of, yeah.
So now if we can take it out, the factor take out A1, right?
Yep.
So 1 plus Q square, blah, 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 plus Q power of N minus 1, right?
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So now let B equal to 1 plus Q plus blah, 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 plus Q of N minus 1. I like to take it out, this one, to calculate for the B here. That's for you to understand well, that's all.
Yeah, okay.
I just want to show you that, okay, how to calculate. Uh-oh. Now for B here, and like that for this. Right. Right, this one's too easy to follow, right? Now, look one for B. If you multiply both sides by Q, so equal to Q plus Q square plus blah 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 plus Q to the power of N, right? That's right.
According to, yeah.
Okay, but now you take the second one, subtract for the first one, BQ minus B, right? The side by side, the left hand side BQ minus B here, that means you take all the term from the right hand side here, subtract for the right hand side from the first equation, okay?
That's just Q.
Yeah, so and Q minus Q is 0. So that here equal to Q power of N.
Yeah,
minus 1, that's all, right? To take out B, times Q minus 1 equal to Q power of N minus 1. So this means B equal to, right, Q power of N minus 1 divided by Q minus 1. You got it?
Q minus What?
Divided
In
by
power of Q times B times
Q
B
minus
times
1, right? Or we can say when train the size doesn't matter, right?
Could you repeat before that
B
one?
here.
B times
You
Q
can
minus
train
1.
1 minus, you can train here. 1 minus is okay. And then you can change 1 minus, right? You got it?
Oh, well, like I've got B times Q minus 1 equals to Q
Yeah. And
minus
then,
1.
so,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my bad.
so we have A S now equal to A1 times B, right? Or we can say A1 time. We take all of the value of B here. So that you can find out the answers. You got it?
Yep.
Hmm?
Oh, yeah, I get wow.
Right. Okay, you know that?
Yeah, I'll definitely note that down. That's useful. Very useful. Okay. Could you go back? You are on the wrong page.
I
You're sharing it wrong.
here. Sequence and sorry.
AMC 6
Arithmetic.
Because you're on the wrong tab.
Sequence
I want to.
and geometry sequence.
Arithmetics.
Yeah.
Could you go back to the original tab? Yeah. Very nice. Thanks. And study. I think I have to try to understand. Yeah, I understand now. It's long.
Done, you got it?
Yeah, I should understand this one. It took me a while. So, okay.
Okay. Okay, we can move on the example.
You can move on.
Hmm?
Move on.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just noting down my book. I already screenshotted it. It's very big. It's useful.
So now for problem solving skill here, you can take that the D, look at this one. Remember that D is the difference between two consecutive numbers for the arithmetic sequence. So now D may be calculated from the AM minus AN over M minus N. That's meaning with if the given the value of the N term and the M term, right?
Yep.
For this one.
Yeah.
And remember this one. And then also if you know the sum of the first N term or the sum of the first M term, you can find out the D minus 2 also by this formula also. You can take from this, can find out from the formula for the sum of the N term or the sum of M term. That's all.
Okay. Why is there M? Did I miss something?
Just mean the given the N term may be the fourth or the seventh,
M.
some kind of that, right? It depends on the question.
Oh,
The order depend on the question. Maybe the given from, maybe they said that they have the sum of the first 7 term, right? The sum of the first 20 term from them. So maybe M here 20 and here 7 for them, right? So it depends on the given information. Okay. M and N, that's mean the order. Okay, this one. And then now for example here. Now example 1, look at this one. If the given that, now look at this one. Arithmetic sequence, A7 minus 2, A4 equal minus 1, and A3 equals 0. Find the common difference D. So now from the formula, we can find that the D is A7 minus A3 over 7 minus 3, right?
Yeah.
And also equal to A4 minus A3 over 4 minus 3, right?
Yeah.
And then here you can substitute the relationship between A7, A4, and we can substitute that A3 equals 0 and find out the D. So this one can using the formula. Here, method 2 is a different one because from the A7 and minus A3 here, because A3 is a 0, so D equal to A7 minus A3 over 7 minus 3. And you can find out D equal to A7 minus 4 or equal to A4, right? And then after that, from the given information, we have A7 minus 2 times A4 equal to minus 1, right? Here, we substitute all of them here, right? A7, we have 4 times D. A4 is D. And after that, you can find out. You got it?
Yeah. It's just something yeah.
Okay. And then for example here, look at this one. For the nth term,
Oh.
for the first one, you can understand, right? But for the second one, you can understand this one or not. 2.2.2.
Oh.
How to find out 2.2.2, the formula? Show me.
Oh, the formula?
Yeah, this one.
M. Y. I think it's M. and select an unknown and plus D. That's how to show like that picture. And type it in. Today is 18. I mean, technically, a and equals to, yeah, you just substitute it. You just substitute 1 and 1 with this one. See, is a. I think you just substitute it. This is more of a generic form, if you want to find it. Also, it's noted if it's here. What is that? That's best guess.
You can find, okay?
Yeah.
And after that, you can
Yeah,
do for
number 4. Oh wait, sorry, that's not correct. AN.
that only substitute
Yeah,
only
you
substitute only
you
doesn't mean
substitute. Yeah,
replace.
you just substitute technically.
Yeah, substitute
SN
one.
is the
That doesn't matter, I think. Okay.
because AN plus SN minus 1 equals to SN. Because you add in another term.
Yeah.
So you substitute.
Just substitute. That's all. That doesn't matter. Okay.
2.24. That's an interesting one. If a oh, interesting one. Yeah, I think you just replace it with 2.24.
Okay. And you got it that, and then you can do the exercise to practice this one. I think it's better for you to understand well this part. Okay, now So it's better that you can capture for me the question problems here, 1 to 8, 9 until 16. I think this one. Right, because of this one. This one. And also this one. Okay, you can got it. You can send with the chat box. You can see that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, so now we stop for today, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And see you.